transitions real important. They tend to concentrate walleyes, so if you can find some of those transitions, it can be real good for you. So I was using structure scan here, so let me just go back in my history a little bit here. First of all, I'm going to take us all to just all structure scan so we can really look at this close. Now if I go back in my history here, what I'm looking for is this transition. You can see here on the right hand side of my boat, here is rock starting to come into the screen. So that's the transition I'm looking for. And it cuts across here, it goes over here. That's a great transition. So I want to look, how can I save that? You know, because it's real important to know that. So what I can do is simply move my cursor, and on this touch screen I can just touch where I want. Interesting note here, it's going to tell you exactly how deep that transition is. Right there it's 11.7 feet. So even though I didn't drive over it, I can tell how deep that is. But now that I got my cursor touched there right on that transition, I can just simply hit this flag button twice and it will save a waypoint there. Then I could go over here somewhere, maybe save another waypoint. I could come over here, save another waypoint. So I could have a series of waypoints, and if I went to my chart plot now, I would actually see those waypoints and I would have that transition marked in. A cool way though to keep track of this permanently is, maybe you have or maybe you haven't noticed, but this little red flashing light up here means that I've been recording the sonar. And so what I can do is, instead of picking out waypoints, I can actually overlay this data, this side scan data, onto my chart plotter. So let's take a look at how we do that. The first thing we're going to do is actually stop our logging. So here we're going to go under log sonar. I was logging it all along. I'm going to say stop. Then you have to go through a little conversion program here. This just takes that log data and changes it around so it'll actually lay over my plot screen. Conversion is complete. Now I'm going to go to a plotter page so you can actually see what we've got here. So what we've got, let me zoom out just a hair. Okay, here's where I actually came around and marked those waypoints. So that's my edge of my structure. But I could just go back. Let's just go over here and zoom in a little at that spot. I could go back here, go to my overlay options, and I can actually overlay and start to see, let's zoom in a little, that transition, and you can see it there. Here's the rock out here, back here. Here's the rock transition, there's one of my spots, it curled in, there's another one of my spots. So this is actually laying it on there. So now you wouldn't even need those waypoints, you could follow along that transition. So there's a couple different ways you can keep track of that transition right on your screen here. Transitions are really, really important. If you can find them, a lot of times you'll find walleyes there. With structure scan, you're going to be able to pick those out. See the rock to sand or rock to mud transitions. With structure mapping, you can actually save them right on your plotter screen and be real efficient at fishing those transitional areas.